Hi Virgo, the Awakened Dreamer here to give you your monthly general tarot reading for the month of April 2021. Thank you so much for joining me. And I do want to take this moment to remind you, as always, to like this video, leave me a comment, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And when subscribing, don't forget that little notification bell. Alrighty? And when meditating on your beautiful, calm energy for the month, overall, the message that came through was peace over everything else. Peace over everything else. So let's get started. We're first going to pull a message or two from the Spirit Animal Oracle deck. Excuse me. And keep in mind, this is a general monthly reading for the sign of Virgo, so take what resonates, leave what doesn't, and check out your other chart placements for more messages. Alrighty, my friend? Now, what do we have, Spirit, to begin this monthly reading for April 2021 for our lovely, calm Virgos? Thank you, Spirit. For our Virgos. We'll get there. Alrighty, we have two to begin. First up, we have Wombat Spirit, be at home. So, my friend, there's a feeling that Spirit is advising you to spend time at home this month, or simply you'll be doing that already. All right. It's coming through as a very hermit mode kind of card, and that is your energy in the tarot deck. But there's just a feeling that things have been a bit chaotic for you recently. You, like the overall message says, you're striving for a more peaceful life, right? Not just one area, but overall. And it just feels like you feel the need to attract this month to a certain extent and spend whatever quality time you can at home within your own energy, or potentially just with certain individuals that have proven they can match your level of peace. Wow. And then we have Rhino Spirit, overcome any obstacles. So there's a feeling that there will be a handful of obstacles put in your way this month. However that pertains to you, it will vary from case to case, but for the majority of you, you're at least going to deal with an obstacle or two when it comes to you striving for this peace, for this inner peace, or to maintain all of which. All right, just something to be aware of. And we're moving on to pull 6 tarot cards, a simple 6-card spread for the month. And yeah, what do we have for our Virgos? Thank you, Spirit, to continue this monthly read for April. All right, we have 2 so far. And we got half of it. Half of the spread, excuse me. I mean, there's a potential that you could just be so at ease, or so within your own energy, or feeling so peaceful. We're pulling the last 3. That at times you feel a little out of it and you might stumble on your words a bit. Something also to be aware of. But we're starting off the spread in the month with the Lovers. So you begin the month, my friend, and there's a focus on love in your life, for lack of which. Let's clarify this one. What do we have for this Lovers card for our lovely Virgos? Okay, so you begin the month feeling like a wounded warrior, all right, with the 9 of Wands, feeling like life is getting the best of you, or just simply, once again, things are too chaotic and you need more peace, right? You need more stillness. But with the 9 of Cups, Spirit's going to come through with a reminder of the love that surrounds you at this time, right? I feel like they're also, at this point in the month, pointing out certain areas of your life, or certain situations that you should be grateful for, that are something you should love, right? And with the 9 of Cups, it's all to sort of get you to jump for joy, to exit this 9 of Wands wounded mindset and way of being, and enter a more excited way of viewing things, right? To sort of make the best, or not sort of, just to make the best out of the rest of the month. They're not going to allow you to start off feeling extra wounded, okay? And being side by side with this be at home card, it feels like for a lot of you, you're falling back in love with your home life. If it feels like it's been a bit rocky recently. For a good amount of you, when spending time at home to begin the month is when you're given this reminder of how much love surrounds you, or is at the very least in your future. Okay? And it's also a part of the month where you can't help but acknowledge the fact that, and be one with the fact that you love your alone time, you love your inner peace, and you're not sorry to say to a lot of people moving forward that that's going to take precedence over literally anything else. You have learned what is important to you. Ace of Swords to move right along. So you make your way to the middle of the first half of the month, my friend, and you are overthinking. Your analytical mind is racing at this point, for the good and for the bad, but it's just like you need to take a step back, meditate if need be, and slow that mind down. It'll benefit you greatly. Your mind is most definitely your greatest tool, my friend. I mean, the logical thinking that goes on upstairs within that beautiful mind of yours, it can be used again to your best advantage, but when you're overthinking like this, it can end up going in a downward spiral. But to get you out of that funk or out of that mindset, that overthinking, Spirit in the universe is going to remind you of the fresh start you have ahead for you, right? Excuse me as I stumble on my words. But, you know, aces are all about fresh starts, and it feels like if it's not just in one area of your life, in general, you desire a fresh start. Once again, that is much more peaceful than things have been up until this point. Moving right along, we have the Moon card. There's a feeling that you are drowning in your work to make your way to wrap up the first half of the month, or you're drowning in your thoughts, your emotions. There's the sense that some of you are overwhelming yourself, right? Emotions are resurfacing, but they're saying all of which is happening for a reason. Not only do you need to deal with these emotions that are resurfacing so you can move forward and make the best out of whatever fresh start is ahead for you, but also to give you a new sense of balance moving forward. You can't take best advantage of this fresh start, without that sense of balance, with these emotions popping back up. Do you get the point? You're going to feel very spacey, very out of it. I'm losing my train of thought sitting in your energy right now. And it's because you are overdoing it in your head. All right? So when these emotions do resurface, or you just simply feel overwhelmed to wrap up the first half, do what you can, what you know best, what you've proven effective to balance yourself back out, to ground yourself, because you're an earth sign, my friend, and just to keep yourself moving forward in an optimistic light. Moving on to the second half of the spread and month, we have the Nine of Cups. So interestingly enough, you begin the second half of the month jumping for joy, feeling good, feeling quite fulfilled. Being aligned with the Lovers card, they're saying, once again, there's an immense amount of love surrounding you this month. It's like people are recognizing you for the first time, or seeing you in a whole different light of respect. And it's at this point in the month where that becomes abundantly clear, and it literally reminds you of what you've been lacking in one way, shape, or form, however that pertains to you. You could have been feeling like you lacked that love and support around you all along, but it's this feeling that you have put up a guard or pushed certain people or situations away, even if you knew they were going to transpire in a positive way, because of what's happened in the past, because of certain people or situations that have stripped away that sense of inner peace in your life, or that peace in general. And so naturally, habitually, you put up that guard, you push people and situations away. But they're saying moving forward, to adjust that habit is going to benefit you, because things are going to be more peaceful moving forward. It's a gift from the universe. Being side by side with Rhino Spirit, overcoming any obstacles. It just feels like this is a reminder that whatever obstacles come in your way, even if it's at this point in the month, you will overcome them, okay? you need to remember and realize that spirit, your team of guides are on your side, backing you up, protecting you, working, co-creating with you to give you the sense of peace and balance once again. And we are moving right along to the Devil card. And so it just feels like there's, on one end, you could be overthinking again, okay? But for the majority of you, this is coming through as one person in your life, what feels like a toxic energy, or maybe an energy vampire, all right? Someone who brings you down or sucks all of the positivity or inner peace away from your situation, and you may not have realized it up until this point. And it's all of which that happens up until this middle of the second half of the month that leaves you seeing things in a different light, and, you know, spirit and the universe bringing certain things to your attention, you know, very much about this one individual you're dealing with at this time. Understanding fully that it's not an energy you can keep in your life moving forward, as long as, I mean, you can, but it's going to be 10 times harder to maintain that positivity and inner peace. All right. And with the Ace of Swords, when these truths are brought to light, when you sort of have a better understanding of this individual, this energy that you're dealing with, don't overthink it. Okay. Don't stress yourself out. Accept what's true, accept what needs to happen, and remember that you, at the end of the day, are putting your peace above everything else. And that's something you need to keep in mind at this point in the month. Moving forward to finish up the spread in the month, we have the Magician card. And so you make your way to wrap up the second half of the month in general, and there's a focus on your mind. Once again, your manifestation skills will be on point as you make your way to wrap up the month, but there's a feeling that you could be overthinking something negative, right? Or overthinking that person or situation, maybe potentially expecting the worst. And you need to understand that you're becoming so good at manifesting that you could manifest those negative thoughts, okay? Dealing with the Moon card, it's like, it's a reminder that even when you get emotional, you need to tread carefully with those thoughts, because you underestimate the power of your manifestation skills at the end of the day, all right? You, at times, yeah, just keep in mind that your mind is your best tool, and it can be used in one way or the other. So use it in the direction of helping you. Let's finish off this beautiful reading by pulling a message or two from the Small Star Seeds Oracle deck for our beautiful calm Virgos to wrap this up. Thank you, Spirit. Blue flame, connect to the blue flame with which is the light of pure love within you. There's a feeling that a lot of people in situations, especially whoever this energy is that we were speaking upon, could irritate you, could frustrate you, get the best of you potentially. At the very, it's just you being annoyed with everything sort of adjusting your level of peace within. And they're saying to connect with that loving individual within you that obviously exists, and to remember that everything's going to work out in the end, all right? And on a final beautiful note, fruition. Rest assured, your dreams and visions will come to fruition. And so it's a month where you're reminded, even though things are changing dramatically for you, even though things are heading in a different direction than you probably expected, it's all going to work out. Your dreams and wishes will be will come to fruition eventually, all right? But there's clearly some adjusting to be done this month, some more work to do, all right? So my lovely Virgos, I hope this reading was truly helpful. Don't forget to like this video, leave me a comment, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I hope you have the most amazing month, and I'll see you next time. Bye.